Hey guys, I'm doing a quick interview with Tim Cooper. We're going to see if I can add him. If you're on my email list, you'll see that I added an email this afternoon that was for Tim's business offer. And let's see here. Go back. There we go. So you got an email from me around 2 p.m. CST today, where essentially what I'm doing is running an affiliate special for Tim's package. He usually, I think, sells this for $297, and he was offering it for $97 to my followers. So I immediately snagged it and just decided to float it through my email list and let those of my fans and followers pick it up if they're interested. And I wanted to be able to have a conversation with Tim about business for massage therapists across the pond. And let's see if I can add him. And approve. And add. There. If you have not subscribed to my email list, you can go to robertgardnerwellness.com and do that. If you're looking for the link to Tim's offer, you'll see that post here. There's a little shortened link there. How you doing, Tim?
Hey, how you doing, Robert?
Pretty good, pretty good. I'm
Awesome.
always
You got me.
amazed. Yeah, I think as far as physical distance, I think you're the furthest apart of anyone I've interviewed so far.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, no, it's I love getting on these lives and back in the day I used to love doing these things called blabs, but unfortunately they shut that down. But it's amazing technology. But I love getting on and having a chat
Yeah.
about how we can help people succeed. So thanks for having me.
Yeah. Yeah, big focus. When I had the original chats with you, I think we ran into each other because of the Massage Entrepreneurs Group, and just talking to another massage therapist, somebody in our industry who was looking at business, focusing on even more digital stuff is always amazing to me because it's a very small subset. I'm trying to get massage therapists to do these sort of like Ask a Massage Therapist events just to try to get them to use social media to reach out to their target market. Most times, I think the public just doesn't know what we do.
Mm. That is so true. That is so true. And it's our role to educate the public. And now we've got the power in our pocket, and like doing things like this, like Facebook Live. Okay, now we're doing Facebook Live to educate massage therapists on how to market their business, but massage therapists can do Facebook Lives to educate their current clients or future clients on exactly how they can help them. So say if you're a massage therapist who's remedial, you could demonstrate some stretches, some strengthening. You could talk about diet, but you could like the world's your oyster. It's just so easy these days. They say that there's a survey done by, I think it was Cisco, has said by 2020, 80% of all content consumed on mobile is going to be video. So now is the time to embrace this. This is the way the world's going. Like, we can fight it. I was having a meeting the other day at the college, and like it's a family business, and the daughter says to the mother, "Oh, stop telling me what you did 15 years ago." Problem was that what Mum was talking about was actually correct. It's still solid business practice today, but some things are solid and unchanging, and other things we've got to move and we've got to embrace along the way. So and video is one of them. Exactly.
Business, I mean, the key of business stuff, I think it was at Carnegie, the like how to win friends and influence people. That business advice still applies. It's just that social media and the technology is stacking on top of it now. It's the same thing as it's connecting with people, handshakes, business cards, that still exists. It's still great advice. But trying to get massage therapists, since that's my core, target, the people that I work with, to get them to understand the educational and promotional capacity that video has been a big challenge in the last several years, where I keep trying to figure out how to get them to do things that, say, in the United States at least, there's a lot of debate about massage envy. Well, one of the things massage envy cannot do is they cannot individuate, they cannot humanize their brand to the degree that you and I can. It's not
Yes.
possible. Yeah.
Yeah, I think too is that these big chains like McDonald's, like they're they're great as far as systemization, but not
Yeah.
for personalization. And the
Yeah.
people who buy into these, they're businessmen, like they're not massage therapists. They don't care. They don't care about the results you get, what you bring to the person. They're just worried about the bottom line. And that's what we find with these big things. So yeah, I mean, and I know this, oh, I can't do video, it's really hard. Well, look, we're doing video right now. We're on mobile devices, and we just and the quality of video, like, up until probably about a year ago, I was shooting
Hmm.
all my online courses on my phone, right?
Yeah.
And I've got, look, I mean, I still got all my smartphones, so I shoot separate video. I shoot separate audio. So I usually put a lapel mic on, and I record the audio to this smartphone. If I want a second angle, I'll shoot to this. So I'll have this smartphone set up one way. I'll have this one set up another way, and then I've got a proper video camera. But the point is that the quality of video that you're getting these days, it's amazing. And so now with internet getting faster, as I said, at one stage, a video wasn't really an option for mobile. But these days, mobile video is for mobile because people are doing stuff while they're listening to you. And this is something
Yeah.
that you've really got to, if you want to connect with people, audio and video is the way. People can listen to you while they're driving to work. People can put you up in the kitchen as they're preparing the evening meal. It's the way of the future, and we've got to embrace it. And the other thing that's happening in marketing is Facebook Messenger. Okay,
Yeah.
Facebook Messenger is becoming big, and there's these messenger bots and that sort of stuff, and it's a way to build a list, and that's something that moving forward, and that's something that we should all be looking at is firstly video, and also getting people into Messenger, because that's going to be an ongoing conversation. So on your website, instead of just having a chat box or a link, send them across to Messenger, and then that's an ongoing conversation. You've got them
Yeah.
there to follow up with.
I had an email that we sent out through my email list at one point where I was trying to get people to communicate with me about a webinar we were doing. So this sort of like using your computer to just give a little advertisement. And I literally in the emails included my phone number and said, "Hey, text me if you have any questions." And people, I could tell their response, they were like, "Whoa. Like you just include your phone number and let me text you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like I'm it's because the thing is
Okay.
it's so personal, right? Like, wow, he'd
Yep.
give you his phone number. But I think the sorts of connections that we can create using technology and using video and audio, it's as close as we can get to the intimacy that comes from dealing with clients. And that's what I really want massage therapists to understand. We have such intimate work with our clients. We have to build and engender trust. And
Yes.
video production is still a big a piece of that.
Absolutely. I mean, tonality, like the written word versus the spoken word. It like even the way you say one word, like even when we speak, if we say one word one way and one word another way, it can mean two. Like one could be offensive and one could be endearing.
Yeah.
And yeah, like there's no okay, like you can put emojis in and some sort of emotion like a smiley face or wink to indicate a joke, just in case somebody, like if you say something that's really dry humor-wise and you don't want to offend. But sometimes people still get offended. Or there's so much room, margin for misunderstanding in the written word. And the point
Mhm.
is like, do you know I care? Well, if you look into my eyes, I care. Like, I'm sincere, and they're not
Yeah.
going to get that sincerity if you can say I'm sincere all the way through, but they're just words. If they see you, if they hear you, if your body language, like this, what's it? 9% of communication is actually verbal. I mean, sorry, 9% of communication is actually words, right?
Yeah.
And the rest is body language and tonality. So the majority of your communication is in the inflection of the words, in the delivery of the words, and in your body language, how you present yourself.
Yeah.
That's like, if I'm sort of sitting here like this and sort of not really looking, I'm not really presenting myself as somebody in a position of any sort of certainty and power. But if I'm sitting up here nice and straight, I'm looking straight at you or straight into the camera, and I'm talking with certainty and self-belief. That's the other side of it. So yeah, like relationship building, I said, this is going to be the way, and it has to be. We should all embrace it. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing technology, and I only really started 7 years ago. I was essentially a Luddite before I really decided to focus on my business. And my wife had a conversation with me at my asking her what the problem was with my business. And she said, "Baby, your body work is great." She's like, "You don't know how to run a business." And she basically said, "You need a website, you need YouTube, you need a blog, you need this." When she got to Twitter, I was like, "I'm done." And now I use Twitter regularly. But I didn't understand what the technology was. When I made my first YouTube videos, I did not know what YouTube was. It was just like, oh, you make a video and put it here. It's like I didn't understand Google is going to own YouTube. There's search engine optimization, and people are searching for keywords. So if I make hundreds of videos about carpal tunnel syndrome, people are going to find me. Yeah.
Correct. And because you've got hundreds of videos, guess what? You're an expert, right?
Oh,
Because
exactly.
and
Because I pressed a
this is
button on a
it.
smartphone.
Years ago, I don't know whether sometimes you can do it, sometimes you can't. You do a search, and I set up a clinic in a suburb called Currumbin Waters, so it wasn't a huge suburb, and so I actually created a YouTube channel called Remedial Massage Currumbin Waters. So that was the actual name of the YouTube channel. I created a video called Remedial Massage Currumbin Waters, and I put it up on YouTube. So it was only one video, and within about probably 15 minutes, when people typed in Remedial Massage Currumbin Waters, my video came up on the front page of Google. Right.
Yep.
Now the difference. So people say, so what? Well, a video stands out. A video, there's a thumbnail of the picture, and it's a much bigger listing. And the whole and how much did it cost me? Nothing.
Yep.
And,
Yep.
and here I am standing out. And back then, I also didn't have the technology to make videos like I do today. Like these days, I'm a video nut. I've got a mentor who does major productions, and he's teaching me. So anybody who's sort of watching my Facebook channels and my YouTube can just see a major shift in the quality of the videos I'm producing, and that's only because that's something that I'm studying, because I can see it's so important that
Yeah.
as I said, in 2020, like 80% of the stuff's going to be video. That means that lots of people are going to be doing this. Lots of people are going to be jumping on their phone, just doing lives, that sort of stuff. So I want to stand out. So I'm taking my video production to the next level. You don't have to. But back in those days, before I actually had the technology, I used something called Animoto.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was a free website. You just go on, and it was slides, so you can put a picture here, put some text here, select some background music. It puts it all together, and you download an MP4. It's that simple. So if you don't have if you don't like saying embrace technology, but I don't know how to make a creative. I don't know how to make a graphic for Facebook. Go to Canva, right, and select the post for Facebook ad or Facebook post, and then they've got all these templates, and you just build a template. Or you go to places like Animoto, and Animoto has all these templates. You don't have to start from scratch,
Yeah.
and then you can even upload your own images and your own footage. So there's something there for everybody, and that's probably a course that I'm actually looking at doing in 2018. Is actually like video production for massage shops, or video
Yep.
production for
I listen. I've had several people who've helped me with video over time. I've decided to delegate that to other people. But when I would work with a videographer who knew a little bit, I'm like, man, you should make a course for massage therapists showing them how to do video. It's like there's a huge need for it, and that's a perfect example of like this micro niche. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I saying like I'm the same thing. Like if you send me footage, I can put it together for you, right? Because I love doing video, and
Yeah.
I can probably see myself in the next two years or so actually having a little video agency. That's probably where, because I love, well, because everything is sort of comes in. It follows my entire philosophy with the marketing. So the marketing with the video, because that's just the way it's going. So yeah, that's a service that I'll be offering at some stages. Like if you shoot, like just keep on shooting a heap of stuff on your mobile phone, send it to
Yep.
me. I'll put it together for you. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and saying like we've got a message here, from Dreamer saying I've got to jump out of my comfort zone, and that is so true that change happens beyond comfort zone. And a lot of stuff that we do to be successful is actually what we call counterintuitive. Like our intuition is there to protect us, and our intuition actually stops us from moving forward because it doesn't want us to go into the unknown. Like I can get into all the talk about the reptilian brain, like I think the RCA or something, like the reptilian brain, that sort of stuff. And it's there to hold us back. It's there to protect us. Like it doesn't. We don't know that what's in that dark corner, so don't get near that dark corner. It might be a saber-toothed tiger, right?
Yeah.
So to actually succeed and to move forwards, a lot of stuff we've got to do is a push, and we've got to step out of that and into that unknown. But the point is, the good thing is that there's people there to help you. Like, you've got Robert, you've got me, you've got these people who have walked before you and can actually guide you and help you and go, look, it's okay, just step over that gap, right? Just
Yeah.
step out,
It's small steps. I think as a kid, one of the things that happened with me when computers came around in our home is I was afraid I was going to break the computer. And breaking the computer was a huge, deal because these computers are expensive. And increasingly what's happened is the computers have gotten smaller, more powerful, less expensive. And when it comes to the technology, it's almost seamless. To figure this out, I pressed a button. And the thing
yeah,
is, you have to
yeah,
make bad videos before you make good videos. And part of that conquering fear is like, at this point, I'm at a stage where if I had enough money to hire a film crew, I would just have them document my life and then cut it up and float it through all my social media platforms. But it's
mm,
taken years of me working at it to get that degree of comfort.
absolutely. Like if you're sitting back here being relaxed, having a chat. If we were doing this 2 or 3 years ago, I'd be standing here like, yes, and today I think like, you know what I mean? Like everything comes with practice and just doing it. And this is the other thing I tell people, and I was having a Facebook Live with somebody else a few weeks ago as part of like a promotion they were doing, and I spoke about doing a Facebook Live challenge. And basically what I said is just do a Facebook Live, commit to doing it, getting onto your phone and doing a Facebook Live every day for 30 days. Now, it doesn't matter whether anybody turns up. In the early days, probably nobody will. And that doesn't matter
Yeah.
because what you've got to think about is that you're not doing it for them, you're doing it for you. Okay, you're practicing, you're finding your voice, you're finding how to react and how to use the phone. Now, if you don't
Yeah.
want anybody else to see it, just set the setting to only me, and go live, and nobody else is going to see it. But at least, yeah, you've got to practice. Like sitting back and doing this sort of stuff, it doesn't happen overnight. It comes like anything: riding a bike, driving a car, learning massage. It all comes with application and practice.
It's not, to me, it's almost like, you want to be a great basketball player. You get out and dribble and shoot hoops, man. You mess it up and you fumble and you don't make a shot. And the thing is, you're not just born an expert, but if you use video consistently, you can become an expert by getting feedback, answering questions. And the thing is, I love when students or potential clients ask me questions and I go, I don't know. Let me go do a little bit of research and see if I can find some information out about that. And if you do
Exactly.
that consistently, yeah,
Exactly, and so like I'm an educator. I'm in class a lot of time teaching as well, and I often get questions, good questions. I say that's a great question, and a lot of people think they've got to have all the answers, and you don't. Okay, sometimes like it's impossible to have all the answers, so don't let that stop you. If somebody asks you a question you don't know, go, good question. Let me go find the answer for that. Okay, people think you've got to be an expert. You don't have to be an expert. You just got to be a step ahead, like that guy from Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah.
when he pretended to be all these things. And in one part, he was actually teaching an advanced university course because the lecturer didn't turn up, and he did the whole semester until he got caught. And he gets called into the dean's office. The dean's office says, "How did you do this? This was an advanced course. It wasn't available anywhere." He just said, "I just read the chapter ahead." Right? Right? You don't have to be the guru. You just have to be a couple of steps. And if you're going through that path and you're a couple of steps ahead, that means you're actually doing it now. It's more relatable. And
Yeah.
it was Danny Inney. I don't know whether it's his saying, but I heard it from Danny Inney saying, like, a fourth grader is an expert to a second grader.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's just. But the thing is that you just got to get up. You just got to get out there and do it. That's the big thing. But yeah, video. But seriously, guys, video is something that you've really got. Like social media in general is something you've got to embrace. But definitely video. Video is just going to. It's not going to go away. It's only going to get bigger.
No. Yeah, what I've noticed over time is the larger digital footprint you can leave, the more your business is going to grow. Yeah. So, for instance, like if I go to your YouTube channel and you have one video, I'm like, that's good. It's better than no videos. But if you have 200 videos, I'll watch one of them, and I've already deemed that you must be an expert because you have 199 other videos.
Correct. Yep. And of course, then obviously with YouTube, with being able to do the cards and the end slides, you can then push them across. Look, I do affiliate marketing as well because I think you've got to have more than one string to your bow, and so I offer my courses and products out to affiliates, but I also promote other people's stuff as well. And I put videos up, and all of a sudden I'll have money hit my account and going, where did that come from? And it's because somebody watched a video that I made 6 months ago. Yeah, so you leave a digital footprint. So once again, be careful what you leave behind you. But yeah, unless you rip it down, it is there forever, and people will see it. And look, you're going to look back at the video you made 2 years ago, going, "Oh, really? Did I really look like that? Oh, did I sound like that?"
And so I don't go back and delete my old YouTube videos. I didn't know what I was doing. I had a flip cam. The audio wasn't very good, but I purposefully leave those up because of how funny they are now. But it also allows a student to see what happened when Robert started and how things have progressed. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, like, life's a journey. Like, you can't take back the massage that you did 2 years ago. Like, you're probably going to approach that treatment totally different today because you've learned some more skills, you've done your professional development, you've had some more techniques, and you've had a lot more practice. But you can't take back what you did, and what you did 2 years ago was just as important as what you do today, because when you take today and look at that in 2 years' time, you're going to be different again. And so it's not discarding the importance or the value that you're doing at that time. It's just as important. It's just that you're more polished further down the track. That's all.
Yeah. More refined.
And probably clearer, like, saying comfortable and just better in your communications. So, how are we going there? So basically, it is embracing video and social media is important, but you've also got to know your message and what's important to you, to your audience as well. So that comes back down to your business model and who you're actually targeting, and building that foundation. And I find that my experience has been that massage therapists, when they're struggling, they don't look at their marketing as being part of the problem. Because they're basically copying what everybody else is doing around them. Then they think, okay, well, if I'm not going well, it must be because I'm not offering enough on my menu, or I'm charging too much, or whatever. And those things are probably the last place to look at. What you need to do, everything has to be built on a solid foundation, and we're not taught business and marketing very, very well when we go to massage school. So unless you went into massage school being a great marketer, coming out the other end, then you're ready to go. But generally speaking, massage schools are designed to make you great massage therapists, not great businessmen or great
Yeah.
business people. So that when you come out to practice, you don't know where to start.
Yeah.
You don't know where to target. You don't know how much to charge. You don't know, and of course, you definitely don't know this stuff. Okay, and saying this, and if you do this sort of stuff, this will just set you apart from everybody else very quickly, because not many people are embracing. I forget the actual percentages. I've heard the percentages before about video consumption versus video production, and
Mm-hmm.
video consumption is massive, like billions of videos watched, hundreds of thousands of hours, but the actual people who produce it's like only about 5% or something actually
Oh,
produce
really?
video.
Wow.
Yeah, like
Wow.
so what I'm saying is that, and that's probably like these days now with Facebook Live and phones, that's probably getting a little bit bigger, but it's still a very small percentage. So yeah, if you do embrace this technology, but the point is that you've got to get your message clear. Like if you just sort of get up and you start to ramble and your message isn't going anywhere and it's very vague and you're not really adding value, so you're not giving somebody something that they can take away and use, they're just going to bounce off your video straight away. Okay, so
Yeah.
they're not going to, and there's lots of videos out there that do that, right? So you've got to get your message clear. You've got to give value. Like both Rob and I give a lot of free information. Right? Like
Yeah.
I give away more than what I charge for.
Mm-hmm.
Like on my YouTube channel, like I'm just adding stuff all the time,
Yeah.
but it's not free, really, is it? Like it's still that person's got to invest time, right?
Sure.
And that's time they're never going to get back. So if you're going to ask somebody to sit down and watch a video, give them something of value, give them something real. So even in in my free stuff, it's not just a bait. Like I'm just not just throwing out a hook just to say, come on, I'm going to give you a taste and now I'm going to take your money. No, the free stuff is complete little lessons in themselves, giving value, right?
Yeah.
And you know,
The YouTube content, the social media stuff that I give away, I always look at it. It's interesting how things have shifted in the last 7 years that I've really worked on the business. And it was like, you got to a point where you're like, well, how much do I give away for free? And like, how much do I charge for? And there's a huge degree of overlap where you can probably, if you watch all my YouTube videos, you'll get a huge chunk of information that I'm still charging for. It's just when I charge for it, it's just packaged in a slightly different way. And I think also people just don't want to watch all the YouTube ads. So, increasingly, I just try to give more value. And the way that we monetized video in particular was a subscription service. And it allowed me to just document my entire classes and upload it for those who wanted it, because I kept having students literally like, I don't know if I have any students in Australia yet, but I had students in, Sweden, Mexico, South Dakota, other states and countries that wanted to study, but it's so expensive to fly, for
yes,
travel. And the thing is, I figured what happens is you build an online presence, and then those people see the value in what you're teaching, and they decide to come study in person.
yeah, absolutely. This is the point. Now, if you're going to sort of reach out to say to somebody, I've got a course, then people want to know, have you got something to show? Like, am I going to get something from this? Okay, and the when it comes to my YouTube channel is exactly the same. Like, probably everything I teach in my paid course you can find on my free channel, but it's not in any particular order. So
Yeah,
like information, like if information was all that people needed to succeed, it'd be easy, because all we have to do is go to Google or YouTube, do a search, watch a video, and we're good to go. But so what we do is that we give away a lot of free stuff in bite-sized pieces and that sort of stuff. And the saying, if people don't want to pay for a course, they can go through all the videos on my site and try to put it together themselves,
yeah,
or they can get my course, which just brings clarity and structure.
yeah,
That's all the course does, is it brings clarity and structure. This is step 1, this is step 2, this is step 3, this is step 4, and it had a message come in. get rid of that. Yeah, and it fast tracks. See, we've all got two options. Okay, we can either sit down and work it out for ourselves, and that can take a lot of time, but not a lot of money. But how much money are we losing while we're trying to work things out for ourselves?
Yep.
Or we can just jump straight on, get into a course, get that structure, get that help, get that because most people who create courses make themselves available. Like I definitely make myself available to my students for mentor. Like they can get me on email or this sort of stuff. So they're not just sort of just, thanks, here's my money, I'm going to go running. Of course, they're nurtured. Then they're coming into an environment where it's supportive. So yeah, that's where that goes. Now I'm going to have to rock soon because I've got to head out and go and teach some people today. But look, amazing chat. And I said I would like to sit down and have another interview in the near future as well, because
sure,
we could talk.
So real quick before you go, just tell them, because you know more information about your course than I do. The link is right there. They can go there to buy. Can you tell them the basics of what the course provides?
For sure. Basically, what I did, like I said, I've been creating courses for some time, but with this course, I did something a little bit different. I actually surveyed. So I went out to massage therapists and I said, what is your biggest challenge when it comes to growing your business and attracting new clients? And I got all these answers in, and then based on those answers, I actually structured out this course. So this course is actually answering the questions that massage therapists have. And what surprised me is some of the content, like there's a section in there on confidence. Now, there's not too many marketing courses out there that talk about confidence, but confidence is huge. Confidence is a big thing. Like if you don't have the confidence to move forward, if you don't feel worthy, if you don't have any value in yourself, then nothing else that you do is going to work, is it? So basically, what this course is, as I said, it normally goes for $297 just for the holiday season, and to get people moving and with momentum into 2018, I'm offering it for $97. So it's everything. It's a foundation. Everything that to be successful, you've got to build your business on a solid foundation. You've got to have your outline. You can personalize it. You can color in that outline with whatever colors you like to make it yours, but you still got to have that outline, right? And so we go through we go through how to establish yourself, how to stand out from the crowd, how not to blend in, how not to be invisible, what you need to do there, and then we look at confidence, and then we look at your marketing message, and it just goes through everything, through to your marketing, through to your like where to find your clients, how to use social media, and then how to retain clients, how to keep them coming back, which is just as important. So it's basically a blueprint from start to finish, and we've had a lot of success. These are the same things that I did to turn my business around into a six-figure business, and we've had a lot of success with our students coming through. It's very, very easy to follow, but once again, buying a course isn't going to guarantee you success. You've actually got to put it to work. Now, and that's one thing that I would say. Yeah.
Have to use it.
And so,
providing content and showing them what you've done.
Exactly, and that's the other reason that the course is actually drip fed. So you get one module a week for 8 weeks, because there's a couple of things that happens. Sometimes people just binge watch. Okay, so they go from module 1 to module 8, and then they do nothing. So that's great information. We don't want you to do that. We actually want you to put it to work. So you get module 1, then next week module 2, next week module 3. The other thing too, people get overwhelmed. They come in and they look at it and go, oh, there's too much hard work. Oh, there's a lot to do. There's not a lot to do, but there are things to do. So that's the reason that it's structured this way. Anyway, look, there's a link above and maybe below this video. I do encourage you to take advantage of this very special offer, because this is a very special offer. It's the time of year where we give and we receive, and I want you to start now so that you're actually moving into 2018 with some momentum. And once again, not only do you get the course, you also get access to me. You will be supported along the way. Yeah.
Ongoing support.
Absolutely, because at the end of the day, I want you to succeed. This is a time like the wellness industry, like our natural health industry, is booming because people are tired of being. I've got to be very careful. I'll get a little bit I get strung up by the FDA. But the point is, you know, people. Yeah, I'm a bit of a radical, but look, people are disillusioned with the conventional medicine, okay, and all the harm that the drugs necessarily do, and
Yeah.
they are looking for alternatives. So
Yep.
now is the time to put your feet solidly into the dirt and grow a solid business.
Most massage therapists, in my experience as an educator, they don't have a body work problem. They have a
No,
business issue. And that was part of the
correct.
reason I wanted to affiliate with you and do this was, it's one thing when I say it and I give business advice and that's great, but it's better to collaborate and then provide additional voices. It's the same thing with the Massage Entrepreneurs Group and providing more voices than just my own because it's about the overall market. In the United States, I'm sure it's the same in Australia, but we have an opiate epidemic. And I don't see massage therapists skewering the fact that the stuff that we do, even when we're fresh out of school, it helps people with pain,
Mm,
and it
mm,
doesn't include surgery, and it doesn't include drugs.
mm. Yeah,
Yeah.
look, we could talk all day about medical marijuana. I
Oh,
said
huge issue in the
I've got
States. Yeah.
yeah, I've got interest there because my son had cancer twice. So you're talking to somebody who's sort of seen the devastation that these drugs can cause. And look, there are better ways, and yes, and we can play a major role in that natural approach to helping people overcome pain or relieve pain and that sort of stuff. It's massive. And yeah, we've got the same problem here in Australia that yeah, it's illegal for people to have medical marijuana, but it's okay for them to have life shortening opiates. It's ridiculous,
Yeah.
absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay, well, it's been absolutely wonderful speaking with you today. I'm sorry I've got to cut this a little bit short, but I've got to
Okay.
I've got to get off. But I'd love to be able to get on and chat with you again about anything. I said because between the two of us, I'm sure we could talk
Sure.
for hours.
Yeah. No, happy to do lives and educate people. But again, you guys can click on that link to take advantage of that offer, that $97 offer he has. You'll also, if you're on my email list, you probably got an email about it as well. So thank you so much, Tim, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Robert. Thanks for having me. It's been great. Been a lot of fun. Thank you.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Cheers, mate.